Hello everybody, I'm going to Hensuki episode 11 anime review. The mystery has finally been revealed, and it's I think what a lot of people were predicting from the beginning. I wanted to believe it wouldn't be this obvious, but it was. So yeah, I'm not going to say it now, just because in case you haven't seen it. For whatever reason, and you're watching this review without watching the episode, it's kind of weird. I'll get to it when I get to it, as we typically do. But yeah, the reveal, sort of saw it coming. I think it's going to be interesting to see what they do next episode. My gut is telling me they're not going to resolve it properly, but who knows? You know, I could be completely wrong. We could actually have a proper ending, but on the other hand, maybe not. Who knows? But anyway, let's crack on with the episode properly from the beginning. See what happened. There was a lot of fluff before the big stuff at the end, so we gotta wade through that a little bit. Episode begins, everybody's going to the pool, and at this point I was like, oh no, it's a pool episode. I know what's going to happen here. We're going to have shenanigans for a bit, and that's basically what happened. So everyone's going to the pool, we look at everyone's swimsuits, isn't that great? Thumbs up, guys. The girls are all fighting over Keiki. We does some various activities with the pool. He goes on a slide with little one, Yuika, I remember names. Then he goes on like the wave pool with Sayuki, and she loses her top because haha, pool shenanigans, stuff you've seen before. He also holds hands with Nanjo because she falls over, and he catches like, I'll hold your hand to make sure you don't fall over. And I'm like, that's nice. I think Nanjo's probably best girl. That's my opinion. I'm sure other people have different opinions. I'm not going to get into an argument with them. But yeah, then he goes to find Mizuha, and she gets a cramp in a pool, like a little kiddie pool where there's no one else for some reason. So he carries her. We get a little flashback to when they were kids doing a similar thing. Then Mizuha says, it's fine if you like boys. And I was like, what? That came out of left field. Maybe it wasn't her that was the Cinderella. But, you know, we figure out what goes on pretty quick. No, she read Nanjo's manga. So she's like, you know what? It was a whole new experience. It's fine. And he's like, no, that's work of fiction. And then they see Koharu just handing out flyers. And she looks little, don't she? Like, next to all of them, she looks really little. They make it abundantly clear how little she is. So, yeah, poor Koharu is all I'm going to say about that one. So she's doing part-time work, which I thought she was like a shut-in type thing. So, good on you for part-time work, I guess. The girls are all going to agree to compete in this event before they really hear what it is. The winner gets to order Keiki about a little bit. So, they added their own arbitrary conditions to the event to make it more interesting. But yeah, it's a confession contest. They're like, who do you want to confess to? And then they say it, and then they do it. Which is, you know, it goes the way you'd expect. Everybody does their confessions, and they sound like normal confessions to Keiki, but then to Keiki he's like, I know what this actually means. Like, it's a double entendre. Like, is that the right phrase? It's a phrase I'm choosing to use. Where like it sounds like one thing, but he's like, actually, it means something completely different. But yeah, then Mizuha wins, and her confession sounded pretty ordinary. And he's like, she just means his family members, right? Final section, and like the meat of this episode, I guess. Even though it was the smaller bit, the meat, the important bit. So he and Mizuha meet back up under like a thing, and he flips her skirt after a little bit of back and forth because he's like, whoosh, and it turns out, yes, she was Cinderella. So then he explains how he figured it out, which, okay, I'm going to refer to my notes because it's a whole thing. So, Koharu and Shoma figured out that whoever Cinderella is took the panties and is keeping them on her at all times. So the surprise pool trip was so she wouldn't have time to prepare different underwear. So she'd have to get, and because she likes clean things, she'd have to get changed. She would put on the Cinderella panties. You know, a lot of assumptions being made, but it worked out. Also, that photo that we saw last episode, or didn't really see, she was in that photo, Mizuha. Despite in the photo, it was like the timestamp, and she shouldn't have been there at the time, basically. So there's only one reason for that. Because surprise incest, that's right, that's what we're getting right now. I was like, oh. And he's like, no, we can't, you're my sister. And he's like, listen, here's some maths for you. I'm this age, you're this age. This is when we were born. Doesn't add up. We're not blood related. And I was like, they really hit me with they're not blood related. Like, wasn't expecting that. I really should have been, because they look nothing alike. Really should have expected a not blood related, but you know, it's whatever. Surprise incest is whatever too. Like, I've seen enough anime to the point where it's almost expected, but it still manages to catch me off guard. That is the perfect way to explain it. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. So I guess next episode is going to revolve about Keiki being like, what the hell should I do now? Like, I know she likes me. Oh, there's a surprise kisser as well. That was nice. But yeah, I think next episode is going to revolve out, he's going to be like, I don't know what to do. So he's going to ask his bro for help. And what my gut is telling me the ending's going to be is he's going to be worried about all this is it right thing. And then somebody is going to be like, well, how do you feel about her? And he's going to be like, oh yeah, that is kind of important, isn't it? I should think about that. And he's going to be like, I only see you as a sister. And then she's going to be like, well, I'm still going to try and win you over. And that's where we're going to end, with the shenanigans. That is a very bold prediction, but I feel like it could happen. It's not out of the realm of possibility. So I feel like I've got a good chance getting that right, honestly. Well, yeah, as I said, that was the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. There's a lot of anime in the world. I will see you next week for the finale, and bye, guys.